Hello Aries, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the current energy for the sign of Aries for the next 3 months. So this will be for the first quarter of 2022 between the months of January until the end of March. So obviously we're halfway through January, so this will just be for whenever you get the video until the end of March. Now, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that person is trying to scam you, please do not get scammed. I also do exclusive content on my Instagram, so if you want to get to know me more, you can give me a follow there. Also, if you watch my content regularly, or even if this is just the first time you are seeing me, please do consider hitting the subscribe button. It really helps my channel grow in a big way. So let's see what else we have going on here. Let's put all the cards out. I'll make sure everything's in view, and then we'll get right into it. All right. I think that looks just about good enough to me. Energy on the bottom, you have the King of Pentacles. So really nice energy here. King of Pentacles talks about somebody who achieves a high status in their career. So somebody who's typically wealthy or well-to-do, you can see that they are sitting on the gold crown. They have a gold, or sitting on the gold chair. They have a gold crown, and they have achieved this level of success, this level of status by having a plan and sticking to the plan. And along with that, meeting that plan, executing that plan, and meeting it with solid routines, healthy routines. And so for you, you may want to take a look at that at this time. You may want to take a look at your routines. Is something falling off right now for you at this time, Aries? That may be something that you want to take a look at. Also, the King of Pentacles can just say that, like, it's this idea of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Which is kind of what I said. It's like, if something is working for you, why would you change it up at this time? Is kind of the approach that the King of Pentacles takes. And some of you may find yourself doing that in this first quarter of the year here, in this first part of the year. Now, taking a look here, some of you are healing from heartbreak, or you will be. It's a very interesting message here. I could go a couple different ways, but there are a lot of people here on the board. We have 2 kings, we have a queen, we have a knight, we have the Hierophant. We have a lot of different people showing up here in your life in this first 3 months of the year. So right away in the middle, you do have this 3 of Swords, which is all about divorce, separation, breakup. What's challenging here is you have the 2 traditional cards of marriage above and below the 3 of Swords. So this is something maybe pertaining to a divorce, maybe pertaining to a separation, okay? I never like foretelling that things, but I feel like I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't read it that way, because it's pretty clearly spelled out here, okay? Now, the thing is, though, with the 3 of Swords, it can't just represent anything that breaks your heart. So if your relationship's great, there's nothing wrong with it, you know, you feel good about your relationship and your marriage, then this is just not either the message for you, or this is just not how it's coming in for you. What could be happening is you may have a different type of heartbreaking situation that could be relating to a place that you've been a part of for a long time, such as a religious organization or the place that you work, a spiritual group. There could be an ending in those areas if your relationship's going well. And I'll get into why I feel like that as we go along. But we'll call it January, you have the 6 of Cups, the 4 of Cups, and the Knight of Cups. So we have this Cups themes here, okay? The Cups theme showing up here right away in this first part of the reading. We also had the heart symbolism there in the middle. Cups are all about emotions, intuition, connecting with water, all of those sorts of things, feelings. And so this is really a heavy theme in this reading. You have the 6 of Cups here, which is someone from the past, potentially trying to re-enter. This can also just be representing that you're maybe looking at nostalgia, or you're looking at you may be spending too much time in the past, here with this energy showing up. The thing is that Aries, the past doesn't exist. And this is kind of a hard concept to understand, but it should make sense. The past literally doesn't exist because it already happened. The same is true with the future. The future doesn't exist because it hasn't happened yet. So really the only thing that you can do, the best thing to do is to just stay in the now, stay in the present moment, because it's really the only thing that exists. It's kind of hard because we are human, right? And we're not robots and whatever. So you also have this Four of Cups here, which talks about boredom and apathy. This person here sitting under the tree, and they are kind of not content. It talks about discontentment in a current situation. Some of you may be discontent in your relationship. That's the thing. I do see that coming in for some of you. You have this Knight of Cups here as well, which is interesting because it's somebody who, this can represent like the arrival of an emotional event, typically like somebody who's maybe interested in you, maybe you going out on a date, or maybe even taking something to the next level. It could be the arrival of a romantic partner. However, the Knight of Cups can also represent somebody who wears their heart on their sleeve. And so I do see many of you having like heart-to-heart conversations at this time. Aries is kind of the way that I would sum this first part of the reading up, where it may get pretty deep here for some of you. And how that ends or how that unfolds really depends, right? Because remember, you have free will over the tarot, and so you can change any part of this reading. And do remember that timelines change. Okay, do remember that timelines change. So nothing's set in stone in life. Now, we'll call it February, you have the Four of Wands, the Three of Swords, and the Hierophant. Like I said, this is challenging because you have literally the two marriage cards stacked on top, with the Three of Swords in between the two marriage cards here. And the reason the Hierophant is a card of marriage is because it's a traditional belief or a traditional idea or a traditional way of being. And it's also Pope energy. It's also, that's why it's called like a marriage is a traditional construct. And so that's why it's associated with marriage. It can represent, like I said, an organization that you're a part of. And I will read that as the place that you work. So for some of you, there may be a situation with work here. If your marriage is great and it's fine, then do not allow this to spin you out or get you worried in any way, because then that's just not the message for you. If that's not the case, it could be work, like I said. Now, you also have this Four of Wands, which is the other very big marriage card in the tarot. And, this person here, this family here is in a ceremony, okay? And it talks about marriage, ceremonies, anything like that. But it can also say foundations and achievements, which is interesting. So I'll be very, very interested in this reading to see how we clarify this middle row, okay, this month of February. Now, moving on, you have in March, you have the Queen of Pentacles, the King of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles here. So the Queen of Pentacles is somebody who is potentially, the way that I typically look at this is it's somebody who's like a practical thinker, okay, somebody who's extremely rooted or grounded in earth and in practicality. It can represent like an accountant, a CPA, a loan officer, a real estate agent, in earth sign as an aspect of another person as well. But I get the sense that you are being grounded here in practicality and you are making the right choice for you. With this Six of Cups, the Six of Pentacles as well, the Six of Pentacles is like, it's this idea of the act of giving is just as important as receiving, but vice versa. You may have been giving a lot in a relationship, and it may be time for you to take your power back or to give back to yourself in some way here with the Six of Pentacles showing up. You also have, now actually with the Hierophant and the Six of Pentacles, some of you, this could be a increase in your status at work with the King of Pentacles as well. Okay, you could be getting, like, if you've been looking for a job raise, if that's already on the table, that's definitely a good sign for that. Lastly, you have this King of Cups here, which is somebody who leads from a place of emotions. It's somebody who's an emotional leader, somebody who's good at dealing with emotional situations. It can represent somebody who's emotionally manipulative. So some of you may be dealing with somebody like that, which is why we have this middle column. But let's go ahead and start to clarify. If you're enjoying this, hit that like button, subscribe if you're not already, drop a comment to let me know what you think, and really appreciate you being here. You can also check out my website. There's a link to that in the description below, and you can sign up for my email list there if you so choose. So I've decided to use a different oracle deck here, and so do let me know what you think about this oracle deck, especially if you're a longtime viewer or a returning viewer. So right away, you have this water guardian, connect with your emotions. Okay, this is prominent. You have tons of water here. The King of Cups sitting in water, connecting with your emotions. And like I said, you're having heart-to-heart conversations. You have Wise One, grow within your current situation. Really like that energy. Lastly here, what do we have? We have Peacekeeper, let go of the need to be right, as well as Mother Earth, feel loved and comforted. So do you see the smoke here with the buffalo? Some of you may be like trying different therapies. Like some of you may be doing plant medicine, like not on your own though. Like you would be doing it from a practitioner or something like that. Some of you may be dealing with like alternative therapies at this time to help you through all this water here. Yeah, so let's see here. I really see you having heart-to-heart situations and conversations in this first part of the year. So you have get more information. Let's do that. You have it's up to you. Okay, so I like to see that. Some of you are taking your power back from a situation. You have ask your angels and within the next few weeks. Okay, so don't get stressed. Timing's very hard to wrap down in the tarot in these readings. So it could be within the next few weeks, could not be. Just keep that in mind. But there's something here happening, and I do get the sense that some of you are maybe looking for support as you have ask your angels, it's up to you, this peacekeeper energy, and I even get the sense that you're maybe coming to a wise decision around this separation or this severance that's showing up. But let's go ahead and see what cards come in to clarify, to help us here, because I'm still not clear on what's going on here. So you have the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Pentacles, and the 6. Whoa. Why did I feel like that was going to happen? 6, 7, 8 of Pentacles. Wow. That almost never happens. That really almost never happens. Right in a line like that. Wow. So you're progressing. When that happens, it does happen sometimes, but very rarely like that. Like it may come in diagonal. Anyway, when I get that in a diagonal, or in this case, this happening, which again, very rare that this happens, the events of your life are unfolding and progressing. Okay, very clearly, because this is the natural progression of these cards. You are attaining balance in the material. Okay, some of you maybe have worked very hard without the reward or without the recognition, and that could change here for sure. For some of you, you're going to have a heart-to-heart conversation with your partner, your long-term partner, and say like, hey, like it's time for you to start giving as well. The 7 of Pentacles is a long-term partnership. And I do get the sense that maybe some of you are bored. I'm just going to be real with you. Okay. Some of you, like there's a situation where you're just discontent in that situation. The 8 of Pentacles is a card of extreme talent. You can see that they are a builder. Their creations are hanging up on the post. They're wrapping up their latest creation. And it says that there is good movement forward in your workplace, which I do feel is possible for many of you here. But it's also just hard work, okay? Hard work right now. And so let's see what else we have here. So you have the 7 of Cups, you have the High Priestess, and the 3 of Cups. Okay. So listen, the 3 of Cups in and of itself is not a third-party situation, but when you get it with the 3 of Swords and the High Priestess, or something like a 7 of Swords, that can indicate a third-party situation. Okay, there could be a secret that is comes to the surface here. Okay, with the High Priestess. High Priestess is about secrets, knowledge or information that's been withheld from you. So something coming to light for some of you here. The other thing about the High Priestess, though, is it can be a way shower. And I do get the sense that maybe some of you, if like you're not concerned about cheating, or like that's just not going to happen, the High Priestess can represent like I said, a way shower. And I do feel like maybe some of you are looking towards an expert at this time, like some sort of practitioner here. Seven of Cups is confusion. Some of you are going to get confusing information here that catches you by surprise. You have the Sun, the Moon. Wow, the Sun and the Moon. Okay. And the Five of Wands. All right. So there's internal conflict here with the Five of Wands in this lower row. It's around giving and receiving here with the Six of Pentacles in whatever aspect that may take. And the Moon is something not as it appears. I do feel like maybe it's with that King of Cups energy. Some of you may be dealing with a water sign, okay? Lots of water here. And with the Water Guardian, the High Priestess is the most intuitive card in the tarot. And so there's something, the Moon is also a card of intuition. Interestingly enough here, though, the Sun is the best card to get in the tarot. So it says that at the end of the day, you will get a good outcome. Okay, number one. But number two, the Sun is a truth card in the tarot. The Sun will take its ray and expose anything, its sun ray, and expose anything that is not truthful, or anything that is untrue. And so whatever hidden secret is going on here with the High Priestess, whatever is withheld from you at this time is being exposed by the ray of the Sun, is the idea here. You do have this Two of Swords as well, which again is another thing being hidden, okay? Unable to see, could be an injustice, could be a feeling that you are restricted in speech. And that makes sense to me as well. So I never like doing readings like this, but it's just sort of like confirmation after confirmation. But have no fear, because A, your guides are with you, and B, your angels or whatever guides you're into. But B, that truth will be exposed, okay? Also, notice the scales here. You have the Six of Pentacles twice. Scales in the tarot represent karma. So the situation will resolve, okay? Yeah, concern, change, child, coffin, despair, and occupation. I normally don't read reversals. I'm just going to leave them out. You know, the coffin card I read as just an ending. I read it like the death card. I don't read it as literal death and dying. I read it as something ending with somebody, despair. You know, you may find out that you have this heart-to-heart conversation and your suspicion about cheating was wrong. So, you know, again, there are no done deals here in the tarot, or there's nothing is set in stone here. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Just keep that in mind here. And that's just something that's coming to light. But there will be something that is exposed for sure in the next 3 months. I can say that pretty confidently. Whether that's, you know, with a relationship or with your occupation. So that's what I have here for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe, check out my website, zanintuitive.com. Have a great day. Really appreciate you being here, and I will see you in the next reading.